Forget physics class. What if I told you there are places right here in America where the laws of nature simply don't apply? Where cars roll uphill, water flows backward, and your compass goes haywire. We're talking about spots locals have called cursed for centuries. For decades, these so-called anti-gravity zones like the Oregon Vortex and Spook Hill have been dismissed as nothing more than simple optical illusions or cheesy tourist traps. But underneath that simple explanation lie chilling ancient secrets and powerful local folklore passed down through generations. Today, we're peeling back the scientific curtain. We dive deep into the legends of the land, from forgotten Native American tales of spiritual vortices to modern theories of hidden magnetic fields. Stick around, you won't believe the true stories behind America's most mysterious hills. Forget physics class. What if the fundamental rules you learned in school just stopped working? Right here, on American soil, there are places where gravity seems to abandon its post. We're talking about vehicles rolling uphill, water flowing backward, and trees twisting into impossible shapes. The only explanation is that something is deeply, profoundly wrong with the landscape. These are the enigmatic spots known globally as anti-gravity zones. For decades, they have been conveniently categorized as simple parlor tricks or optical illusions. But for the people living near these unsettling locations, the explanation has always been far more sinister. It's a story rooted in something much older than tourist brochures. That deeper story is what we're here to uncover today: the folklore. We're resetting the science aside to look into the ancient secrets and local legends passed down through generations. These tales speak of restless spirits, spiritual vortices, and magnetic anomalies, not mere trickery. The forgotten history hidden in these hills is far more compelling than any textbook explanation. We're journeying from the mystical redwood forests of the Pacific Northwest down to the swampy heat of the Florida plains. Each stop on this map holds a terrifying local belief and a physical location that seems to defy all logic. Prepare to see places where the very ground beneath your feet feels distorted, wrong, and potentially alive with some kind of unseen force. But before we delve into the dark, specific legends of sites like the infamous Oregon Vortex and Spook Hill, we first need to establish what these spots actually are. How can a common geological phenomenon be twisted and transformed into the local myths of curses and spiritual power? It all starts with how we perceive the land around us. To understand these ancient curses, we first need to understand the simple physics of the illusion itself. A gravity hill is typically a road next to a slope that is angled in such a way that it tricks your brain. When the background horizon is obscured, your mind can't properly gauge the tilt of the road. This psychological trick makes coasting downhill feel exactly like you're being pulled uphill by an unseen force. Your sense of balance is directly linked to what your eyes tell your brain, and the hidden horizon is the key factor. Nearby features, like trees or surrounding hills, might be more severely slanted than the road itself. This creates a powerful and convincing distortion of perspective. Many scientists and skeptics have used this simple explanation to dismiss these places entirely. For the rational mind, the case is closed. They are optical illusions, nothing more than roadside novelties for a quick photo op. They say the water isn't flowing backward and your car isn't defying Newton's laws. This is the starting point for anyone who visits these sites with a purely scientific lens. Yet, this simple explanation fails to account for one key detail. If the phenomenon is purely an optical trick, why are the locals so fiercely committed to the supernatural explanations? Why do their stories predate the advent of the automobile and the tourist industry? These deep-seated beliefs suggest the effect is more than just a momentary trick of the eye. It's a feeling of wrongness that permeates the land. We're not here to argue physics. We're here to explore the belief system built around these places. And no place has a richer, stranger tapestry of folklore and mystery than our first destination. Deep in the misty forests of Oregon, a simple cabin sits upon ground that has been called a vortex for millennia. Our journey begins in Gold Hill, Oregon, at a place known globally as the Oregon Vortex. This location is perhaps the most documented and widely debated of all American anti-gravity zones. It centers around a small, deteriorating shack where strange, unsettling phenomena are said to have occurred for over a century. The feeling of disorientation is immediate upon arrival. Long before white settlers claimed the land, local Native American tribes reportedly avoided this site entirely, believing it to be a spiritual vortex or a center of dark energy. Tales spoke of spirits being restless and the earth possessing an unstable temperament. They felt the invisible power lines crossing at this exact spot, the feeling that modern visitors still report today. The modern era of the vortex began with a gold mine surveyor who, in the early 1900s, noticed his instruments behaving erratically here. He recorded odd magnetic readings and geometric distortions he simply could not explain. This anomaly was so pronounced that he abandoned the mining operation and instead dedicated his life to studying the strange energy field. This vortex isn't just about things rolling uphill. It's about the warping of human perception itself. Visitors claim that objects shrink and grow when moving across certain points in the space. People standing side by side suddenly appear to change in height, challenging our very confidence in visual reality. The whole place seems to obey its own bizarre rules. But what is it like to actually experience these phenomena within the structure of the slanted shack itself? And are the distortions truly the result of ancient magnetic forces or just clever architectural design? We need to step inside and examine the specific claims made by visitors who swear the rules of physics aren't welcome there. Stepping inside the vortex shack, the disorientation is extreme, almost immediate. Balls appear to roll perfectly horizontal across a plank, only to reverse direction when moved to the opposite side. People report feeling dizzy, uneasy, and experiencing a visible pull toward the structure's magnetic north. It's an immediate, physical assault on your sense of balance. One of the most famous demonstrations involves a simple broomstick, standing upright on a perfectly flat surface, apparently refusing to fall over. The experience is incredibly convincing, cementing the belief for many that this area holds a genuine, supernatural anomaly. This trick, above all others, continues to defy visitor expectations and common sense. Contemporary theories that stray from the simple optical illusion often focus on the idea of magnetic anomalies or gravimetric distortions. Some believe there is an unknown mineral deposit deep beneath the site that interferes with the Earth's normal magnetic field. This interference, they argue, subtly pulls on objects and affects the brain's delicate electrical balance. Skeptics, however, maintain that every single anti-gravity effect is the brilliant result of a purposefully built, slanted structure. They argue that the building itself, and the careful positioning of the viewer, controls the optical illusion. They say the owner is simply a master of human perception and architecture. The debate remains fiercely alive. The Oregon Vortex offers the deepest history and the most complex claims, rooted in ancient belief and modern pseudoscience. But sometimes the strongest local legends are the most straightforward. We travel now to Florida, where the gravity failure is attributed not to a magnetic anomaly, but to a single vengeful warrior. Our next stop is the heart of Florida, near Lake Wales at the infamous Spook Hill. Unlike the Oregon Vortex, which is a private attraction, Spook Hill is just a simple, public stretch of road. The experience is the same. Stop your car at a marked line, put it in neutral, and feel the vehicle slowly begin to roll uphill. The local legend here is far less complex than magnetic vortices and far more dramatic. The story centers on a powerful Seminole Indian chief who fought a massive legendary alligator that had been terrorizing the area. In the ensuing violent struggle, both the chief and the crocodile were killed on this very hill. The locals claim that the unseen force pulling cars uphill is the spirit of the warrior chief, who still guards his land against intruders. Others say the energy comes from the lingering, restless soul of the giant alligator he slayed. The feeling is not magnetic. It's distinctly spiritual and fiercely territorial. This particular legend has been embraced by the entire surrounding community, turning the small road into a beloved piece of local culture and history. Tourists follow the simple rules posted on a sign, and they leave convinced they have felt the hand of the departed warrior guiding them. It's the simplest explanation, and often the most powerfully believed. The enduring popularity of Spook Hill isn't just about the trick itself. It's about the local cultural investment in the story. How does a simple legend become a permanent fixture of a town's identity, and how does that belief affect the visitor's experience? We need to look deeper into the lasting cultural impact of these cursed roads. The Santa Cruz mystery spot in California is arguably the most famous and commercially successful of all anti-gravity zones. Since opening in 1941, it has mastered the art of commercializing the unexplained. It takes the phenomena of the Oregon Vortex and packages it with flair, showmanship, and a hefty dose of California quirk. Here, the folklore is less about ancient spirits and more about a general marketable sense of bizarre energy. The structures are designed to amplify the illusion, creating a funhouse effect that is immediately memorable. The experience is fast-paced, highly guided, and intentionally theatrical, focusing on entertainment over historical depth. The modern legend involves a supposed force of nature that causes the area to behave strangely, first discovered by surveying crews. While the stories are shorter and less steeped in genuine native lore, they serve their purpose perfectly, to convince the paying customer that they are witnessing something truly impossible. The mystery spot perfected the art of blending architectural illusion with theatrical storytelling. The guides are experts at directing your attention and reinforcing the idea that you are defying gravity. It's a powerful testament to the fact that, at these spots, the quality of the storytelling matters more than the veracity of the science. These 3 sites, Oregon, Florida, and California, show a full spectrum of belief, from ancient curse to profitable novelty. But what does it mean for us as observers? It forces us to confront the undeniable power that belief and visual deception hold over our reality. Is the illusion the key, or is the mystery simply too much fun to dismiss? We've journeyed across the United States, from the deep Native American lore of the Oregon Vortex to the simple roadside curse of Spook Hill. We saw how folklore evolved into successful commercial ventures like the mystery spot, and how belief can literally warp human perception. The unifying thread is the enduring power of the story. The true legacy of these gravity-defying spots is not in their ability to break physics, but in their ability to capture the human imagination. They remind us that our history is defined not just by verified facts, but by the powerful legends we collectively choose to preserve. The cursed ground of America will continue to inspire doubt and wonder. Every claim we've investigated, every story we've told, has been filtered through the lens of local belief and cultural attachment. Your perspective is the only one that truly matters now. It's time for you to weigh the evidence. Are these places tricks of the mind or genuine, undeniable anomalies? What did you find most convincing, the scientific dismissal or the powerful simplicity of the ancient curse? Your opinion is the final, crucial piece of this puzzle, and we want to hear it. The discussion starts now. So whether you believe these spots are truly cursed, an elaborate optical illusion, or just fun roadside history, one thing is certain: the folklore is undeniable. It's the powerful, chilling stories of ancient spirits and magnetic mystery that truly keep these legends alive, not merely the physics of the matter. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the truly unexplained, please hit that like button right now. It seriously helps us uncover more ancient secrets. And if you want to join our journey into the weirdest stories and theories every week, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, the most important question: which American mystery spot do you think has the strongest curse? Let us know in the comments below if you've ever personally experienced one of these anti-gravity zones, or if you know a local legend we missed. Your stories make this conversation complete.